Hello everyone, this is Helen H and welcome to my channel, Moss Cottage. I hope everyone is doing well. Today I'm going to be working on some clusters for our December dailies to get ready, to get a few things ready ahead of time. But I just wanted to show you what one of the projects I've been working on is making cards. I think I mentioned this for the miniature horse and donkey sanctuary, and I just wanted to show you some of the cards that I have made here. This is Sage. She's a donkey, and that's her foal, Luna. And here's some of the mini horses. I hope you can see these. I think I'm going to have to zoom you in a little bit. I adjusted my camera and it's kind of off. I'm gonna have to adjust it again. Which way? This way, Helen. This is Audrey right here. She came with Luna and Sage. They came together. So anyway, so each one has a picture with an embellishment. And then, hold on a second. Guys, I am so sorry. I don't know what is going on here. This is really bad. And then a little sentiment. And none of them are the same. None of them are the same. Look at this cute little guy here. Cute, 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 right? So I did a big stack. I did 35 of them. So I will be writing them and mailing them off come sometime late November. So that's just one of the little things that I have been doing. So let me go ahead and tell you about doing clusters. So everyone knows how to make clusters, and I decided to make some clusters because it's really nice to have the envelopes that we made. The last video we worked on the December daily, we made these pretty envelopes to stick in, and just like those, it's nice to have some clusters that you can just embellish on a page. Even if you have like rather a busy page, you can use a cluster just as a highlight. You can use it as a tab on the side of the page, or if you have something that's kind of that you want in there, like let's just say you went to go see a choir and they gave you the program, but the program's not that interesting, but you want the program in there, you can just decorate it with a pre-made cluster. So I went into my bag and got out some stuff. Now I did allow myself a couple extra things for the clusters. Remember, I told you everything I'm trying to use for the box, from the box, but the two things that I allowed myself to use are this brown packing paper, and I have here some ribbons, which are glitter type ribbons. I might use some of those too. I don't have any plan as usual. I just know I need lots of different papers. Now let me just talk about the focal points. I am going to most likely for focal points be using the smaller embellishments from these two packs of Christmas embellishments. These are the ones that made me decide to do the woodland theme. So I want to use those. But I also went through and pulled out some stickers that I have. I might use some of that. And then even these to from labels that you get for free, like this one has this big to from here for like gifts, but I can cut this little guy out, this little snowman out here, and use him. And then I just have various other stickers that I have in my stash. And then I've got some music paper. This happens to be Christmas music. And then I have some paper from the one of the Ideals Christmas things, Christmas magazines, because I just want to use the text. I don't want the text to be about war or something like that when I'm making Christmas embellishments, right? So you can use stickers, you can use, die cuts, you can use, this is a beautiful piece of paper from, I think this is 49 and Market, no, Simple Stories, with this adorable little Santa here. Well, two different Santas. So you can always fussy cut something from a piece of decorative paper. That's a big picture of what one of the Santas looks like. And he's kind of woodlandy, so that's why I like him. And then also what I did, I have some stamps, some Christmas stamps. I love this one here with the cocoa cup here. And so I stamped that out, and I might use one of those as a focal point, because they, you just don't know where you're going to use them. But to put a cup of cocoa somewhere in a Christmas journal is not a far reach for me, because I do drink cocoa. It could be tea, it could be anything, although it looks like it has marshmallows in it. So let's go ahead and let me find my scissors in all this mess. Here they are. And I'm going to go ahead and cut out one of these little Santa. Oh, there's also little angel girls in there too, but I'm just going to cut out one of these Santas right now. And we will use him first as a focal point. So, I only need one. I have that whole big piece of paper I can still use. Rarely do I think anymore do we use a lot of 12 by 12s. It seems, at least I don't. It seems to me like mostly I use pieces, of them, if I use them at all anymore, because I'm just doing so much with trash and junk journaling and whatever. But it's nice to have a pretty little focal point. And it's hard using, just trash and stuff like that. And even your own things that you get during the month of December that you want to put in your December daily, receipts and stuff are just not that pretty, so having something cute to put on it, my little Santa, having something cute to put on it, will really help, right? And again, it's just another way to speed up if you don't have a lot of time for journaling one day, or your things are just boring and you want to add some bling bling or something. That's what clusters are good for, right? You can put them on tags. You could be cute to make a bunch of clusters and just put them on ordinary string tags, and then put them on packages for gifts to people. It's like a little gift with a gift. So here we go. Here's that little cup right there. So there's 2 focal points right there. And I'm just going to pick, I don't know, let's see if we can make 6 clusters in a timely manner. So let's pick, this one is Simple Stories. Okay, so I got this when I got that sheet of paper, I'm assuming, because this is the same. Here's a pretty holly. We'll use that one. Now, some things, like these deer and the Santa in the front here are too big. Let's see what we have in the back here. You just have to go through your stash and see what you have. Yeah, that is that exact same Santa. Here's some little things. What's that? Ooh, here's a tiny little squirrel. He's really cute. I'm going to pull him out. And here's another one. He's facing a different way. Here's a little bird. Yeah, let's just go with the squirrel, shall we? So today I am forging on. I got a lot of work to do, both for my business and for home. So today is definitely a work day. You might even hear my laundry in the background. If you can't hear it tumbling dry right now, you will probably hear it when it finishes, because it plays that delightful little tune for us. But anyway, I am moving on with my quest to simplify. Here's a beautiful little bird here. I think, where am I going? Here. Is this a chickadee of some kind with the black cap? He's cute. And let's just pick one more little thing in here. Ooh, I actually like this. It's a lantern. It's a Santa's lantern. So we're going to use that as well. Okay. This one has lots of little pieces, so I need to make sure I get them all back in here. And I might actually make more, but today on this video, I'm just going to make 6. Now, I went to the auction last night, and it was the Christmas auction, which I was so surprised. I'm actually here, so hooray for that. And I bought a box lot of stuff to sell in the shop, but there was a bunch of ornaments I didn't want and whatever. But look, this fabulous doily was in here, and it's got rust on it. You know what? Actually, I'm not going to use that for a cluster. I was going to use that for a cluster, but I'm not. I've decided that's going to go in a fragments journal. So let's go ahead and just build up a cluster. Oh, and I also have my bag of strips. Remember, I told you to save the scraps when we made those envelopes. I have an envelope with scraps of paper, so I can use some of that too. But I'm going to go ahead and tear a piece of brown paper. And I love my clusters to be totally organic shape, you know, not super square or anything like that. And that's just me, you know, that's just, if you like it the other way, you know, you know how to make a cluster. So let's go ahead and grab some music. This is, let's see here. It's probably not showing up on the camera, but it's actually printed in brown. So that's pretty cool. Okay. So it's just, you know, clusters are just what they are. They're just layers upon layers. Let's see what else we've got here. Oh, well, okay, pick a thing, Helen. Okay, so let's pick this focal point. We're going to pick the little Santa. So he's going to go on there. So let's see what else we want for him. Now, I also have this text, which is from the Ideals. This is a poem. And I'm just going to use the text on this. I like it when my clusters, I mean, I do like, you know, grungy, especially because this is a woodland theme. But I am going to use some different shades of paper. So I've got the dark brown wrapping paper, then the script is kind of white, and then the music is a little bit more yellow. And then we've got the Santa. And I want to go ahead and put one more thing underneath there. Let's see what I have. Let's go ahead and look at our scraps of paper here. I really hope I'm staying in screen. I'm going to have to fix this camera angle, but I had already started the video and I'm not going to stop it to futz around and try to fix it now. So let me just see what I've got here, going through these papers. Here's little pieces. Oh, there goes the dryer. I don't know if you can hear that making its little tune. I'm just trying to find something to put under Santa. Don't forget to look if you've got cards from cutouts, cut-aparts, and things like that. Sometimes on the bottom or the back side there is print also. Let's go ahead and take this plaid here and make a little strip for Santa to sit on here. Maybe just a very little piece to put him on. Or you know what, actually he's good on the music. We're going to put this little strip in the back. Okay, so I am going to really quickly do a little bit of inking. Now, like I said, I think in one of my other videos, if you're doing something like a pink or vintage or some other theme journal, you may not want to ink with brown ink or at all. You know, I tend to think like the 50s and 60s vintage look, you don't really need to what am I trying to say? Inking. All right, so let's go ahead and put this here, and we're going to put the music here. You want to make sure everything shows, so, you know, you're just layering stuff up. That there, and then put Santa will go in the middle. Now, here's the thing. I don't ever staple through people or animals. So I will go ahead and staple my cluster together, and I always give it a tug to make sure everything is attached, and it is. And you can even use more than one staple if you want. So now that's nice and secure, okay? But I'm going to glue Santa on because I don't want to have a big old staple impaling my Santa. So I'm going to go ahead and glue him on, I think. Come on, glitter glue. All right, it's been a while since I've been in here. That's why it got clogged up. We were at the cabin for a couple days to celebrate Mr. Moss's birthday. And we went on his actual birthday. We went to a town called Marlinton, West Virginia. And I don't know if I told you this story. We actually heard about Marlinton from, that's cute. I love it. See, now that's just ready to go. You know, if I have a busy day and I just want to jot down today, I went to BJ's and Aldi and blah, 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 I can just stick a cluster on and done. How cute is that? I love it. Okay, so here's a warning. I can already tell these are super addictive. And clusters always are addictive. Now look, this is a doily. And it's got a stain on it. This could be a cluster. Let's make this into a cluster. Let's see here. Let's use the holly in the middle because this is holly and then I've got the holly die cut. So let's just layer some stuff up on here too. Anyway, so I want to encourage you guys, especially now that the weather's changing. We don't have like abominable weather, most of us. As a matter of fact, I don't even think my friends in down in the southern hemisphere are having their lovely spring and whatever. But take some time if you can and go visit a small town. Just pick a small town and go visit it. So we found out about Marlinton. It's not Marlington, it's Marlinton, from the Allegheny Mountain Radio because they broadcast, one of the broadcast places is from Marlinton. So we had heard about it from there. And do I like that? What don't I like about that? I think I don't like that about that. I need some writing too. Anyway, so we went to Marlinton to see what was going on. And it is a cute, cute little town. Now, I did look up some stuff first off. You know, we wanted to spend the day, and as I have mentioned many times before, we're vegetarian, so it's because it was his birthday, I wanted to make sure we went somewhere where we could have a nice lunch out or whatever. And so we did. We found a place in Marlinton. And you know what? I don't like this with that. I think that's a little bit too busy too. Where's my little scraps? So anyway, we went to this town. They had a beautiful little art gallery with locals where they were selling local artists' wares and stuff. And it was not expensive at all. I mean, I've been to art galleries before where you're like, okay, yeah, this is how for the other half, but not my half. This stuff, okay, I like that better. Can you see that? It was so reasonably priced and such a variety of things. So we did that. We went to the little art gallery thing, and they had everything from woodwork to it was in the old depot in train depot in Marlinton, and they even had a little section with history of that depot. So you know, Mr. Moss was looking at that, and we also looked at they had wood stuff, stained glass, you know, soaps, you name it, they had it. And we had a good time looking at that. And then we decided to pop over to the visitor center. They actually have a little visitor center. We talked to the gentleman there, and he gave us some maps and everything. And then we went and ate lunch. And now this is this holly thing is, since it's not a living thing, I really don't, well, I mean, it's holly. It was living at one time. I mean, it represents something that was living. But I'm going to go ahead and staple it on anyway. And I think I got everything in there. I did. Okay, there's another one. So we went to the visitor center. He gave us a lot of good information and everything. Then we went to lunch and had a wonderful lunch at a restaurant that has had a wide variety of vegetarian foods and stuff, as well as regular. And so we had lunch, and then we went to another store that was like, it's very hard to describe. It was kind of a craft store, and it was kind of a health food store. But we went there and saw some stuff we wanted, but we didn't have a cooler with us, and they were open till 5. So we said we would come back on our way outside of town. They had some really nice spinach. I really wanted some of their fresh spinach. So then we went to this park called Beartown Park, Beartown State Park. And if any of you have been to well, it's actually in Renwick, West Virginia, but I think it's outside of Marlinton. Beartown State Park is the coolest park. It has big rock formations, like big outcroppings of rocks, and they've built boardwalk, like a half-a-mile boardwalk, so anybody can walk it, all among these rocks. These rocks are over you and around you, and you're walking through these rocks and stuff. And there's foliage too. I mean, there's little trees and stuff growing out of the rocks. It's really, really cool. I'm going to use the bird on this one. Now I'm going in the bag here to get some kind of bling bling for him. Let's use some of this glitter. This is just glitter ribbon. I bought this, well, nobody can buy it anymore there, at Tuesday Morning. It was a big pack, American Crafts. It was a big pack of all kinds of glitter ribbons. And I bought them, specifically to use for Christmas. But anyway, so this state park was absolutely fabulous. I have never seen anything like it before. We did that, then we went back to Marlinton. We went back to the restaurant where we ate lunch, and I got some coffee and a piece of flourless chocolate torte, which was so good. Oh my gosh, it was almost like eating fudge. I mean, it was really that good. And then Mr. Moss got some espresso chocolate chip ice cream from the Homestead, which is a fancy resort not too far from either there or our cabin. And he had that, and he had a latte. And then we went back to the store, the health food store, and I got my spinach and stuff. So, and the drive through the Virginia and West Virginia Highlands is just stunning anyway. I mean, just the drive itself was worth it. Isn't that cute? Let's see here. Can you see that? I am so having trouble with this camera. Where are you? There. So this is looking back. So I got to fix this because this is looking backwards on my desk. Okay, so there's another one. Yay. So guys, if you can, this weekend, if you have time, even if you go to like a local park, do something different, or explore something that you've never done before. I can't wait to find other small towns around the cabin, and even here, that we can go to and just spend even half a day. It doesn't have to be that far away. This Marlinton is only about 35 miles from our cabin, which means it was about an hour, because we're talking about going up and over mountains. So anytime you're in the mountains, it's going to add time, because you just don't drive fast. You can't drive fast. But anyway, it was a wonderful day. He had such a good birthday. So that was my goal, was to give him a good birthday, and he really, really enjoyed it. And I had gone the day before, I'm not sure if I mentioned this or not, I had gone the day before to the bakery in the town where our cabin is closest to, and I had bought, oh, you know what, I've got some tickets and strips that came out of my bin. And I'm looking here to see what I might want to use for this little squirrel here. If there's some kind of trim or something that I have I want to make sure he shows up well. Here is let's try this one here. Let's see. This is a dark green trim, and it's like just holly leaves. If I put that there and that there and him there. No, he doesn't show up very well. Again, it's that brown paper with this dark paper I don't like. But let's see here. He needs to be on something lighter so that you can see him. What now? What was I going to do? Oh, I know. I was going to get some words or something to put on this. Yeah, so try to get out there, especially now that the weather's so pretty and everything. Before things get too, it says, where is the Star of Christmas? So I'm going to put this here and this here and my little guy here. And I want one more little piece. Let's go with the music again. Now I can't wait to go and do something else. I mean, we just got back and I'm ready to go do something else. Okay, yeah, I like that one. All right, so let's go ahead and ink this up a little bit. But you know, every time I go away to play, I do have to pay. You know, there's that saying, you play, you pay. And I have to pay because when I get back, I've got a lot of work to do. And I was not expecting there to be an auction yesterday because there was one the week before that I didn't go to. And for them, and now they have another one next week. And then they've got one the week after, and they're all Christmas themed. So I will go to next week's one for sure. But the one after that, I probably won't because that is a gift auction. It's not like things I could sell in my booth. It is more if you want gifts for people. And like the gifts are for, they say 0, like, you know, babies to adults, you know, all kinds of gifts. He said including brand new tools for the men and yeah, all kinds of stuff. So the gift one I won't go to, but okay, now I'm going to put my little guy on here, but I think I am just going to ink him. His little white is a little too bright, so we're just going to ink him a little bit, and we're going to put him on there. Oh my gosh, I could make, 31 of these and put one on every day of the month for December. I still have not put my calendar in, and I need to do that, or the Advent pages. I think I showed you that when I showed you my journal, but it's still only the beginning of November, so I have a little bit of time to do it. So there's another one. Yay. Okay, how much time? I don't have my camera set right here. 28 minutes. All right, well, I already have to edit, so let's go ahead and make another one. Let's make this one with this pretty lamp. And I've got this pretty, this is, let me get this one here. This is Silent Night in German. This must have come, oh, I bet this came out of that German Christmas book that I had. And I cut this off. Now, this thing is tall, so this is going to be a tall cluster. But I'm going to put the lantern right on that music. All right, so let's go ahead and get something for the background. I haven't used this. Should we use a little bit of red? We could put a little red. You can't really tell what it is, but does that matter? It's just really adding some red. So let's go ahead like that. And then let's see what we can put behind there. Here's some more of this green foresty thing. Let's see about using some of that. And again, I'll probably end up inking these, so that could stick off the side on that. Ooh, you know what? Since this is a lantern, let's go ahead and use some more. This is different. This is a different gold. This is slightly a bigger, chunkier glitter than that other one that I used, the other ribbon I used, but I could put that behind there like that and make it kind of shiny. Or to the side like that. Okay, let's do that. All right, so let's go ahead and do some inking. yeah, so what else am I doing today? Just like I said, stuff around the house. I gotta list some more stuff on Etsy. Ugh, just when you go away and play, you have to come back and pay. Too bad. I like the play part. All right. Oh wait, no, I'm doing this backwards. Okay, that doesn't need inking. All right, so we've got the red. Was that way? And the green. I don't even remember how I had it. Let's put the green in the back. And the red. Then we've got the Stille Nacht. And then this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and staple this here and here. In this glittery kind of ribbon, you can barely even see the staples anyway. They get totally hidden. And then I'm going to put this here. All right, this is going to be a little tricky. Look how thin this is. So I'm going to just do the very tip here is the handle. I've got a little bit where the light is, and then a little bit on the base. And maybe if I can do a little bit around there. I mean, parts of it are not going to be stuck down, but that's okay. All right, and I just kind of want that there. Oops. Okay. All right, I hope you all are going to decide to do, I know a lot of you are on the fence. A lot of my subbies who subscribe all the time aren't sure if they're going to do one. I really hope that you do. I hope you decide to do it because it's just so fun. But like I said, the problem is it is addictive. Okay, so here's some text, and let's get, I want to use this coffee cup now, the little coffee cup, and I'm just going through my scraps here. Here's like a brown piece. I could do something like this and that, put that on. Okay, so let's tie that together with some of the brown music piece. Maybe. See how that goes. Let's see, if we put the brown, then put the music. Oh, it says praise the Lord. Yes, let's praise the Lord. Hallelujah. And put the coffee maybe to this, or the cocoa to the side. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's go ahead and do that one. I have to make more clusters. I actually have, you know, at Dollar Tree, I don't even know if you can still get them anymore. They used to have bags that you could buy, plastic Ziploc type bags, but they were like extra large, whatever. And they had packs of those that were a little bit bigger than 12 by 12 paper. And they're perfect for putting projects in. Like if you're working on something and, you know, they just are such a good size. Well, I have those, and I have different project papers in there. And one of the ones that I have is a big bag of all stuff for clusters. So if I have very low mojo, or if I'm going to the cabin and I just don't know what I'm going to work on when I'm there, I can just grab that bag and just make clusters for my other journals. Yeah, this is cute. I like this like this. But, you know, again, even though it's not a living thing, I really don't want to staple through the cocoa cup. So I'm just going to not do that. I'm just going to put it on there. And stick it on here. Kind of going over the music, kind of going over the piece of whatever paper there. And the other thing I have is, so let me see if I can move this stuff out of the way. The other thing I have is, and I'm going to put all my clusters here so you can see them. this birdie one. That's the first Santa one, and then I've got this one with the holly. Are these all in frame here? Yes, okay. Yes, they are. So the only other thing that I want to do right now is I've got sentiments. And these were something I allowed myself to have, was the sentiments. And these are from a digital that I bought. And let's see here. They're all different. I don't even remember how many I bought, how many things I have here. So I'm just looking to see. I need some small ones because, okay, this says Silent Night. Yeah, right. Well, I don't like the yeah, right part. So I'm just going to cut that off, ink the edge, and have Silent Night. And I think that might look good. Let's put it here with this one right here. Now you don't have to put a sentiment, of course, on your clusters. And I probably won't put one on all of them, but it is nice to have some like that. Okay, so there. So that one is now finished. Okay. Let's see if I have a small one for, I've got this little one that says, oh, you know what? Let's do the Let It Snow with the cocoa, right? I should have just inked that a little bit. It doesn't matter. It's got a little bit of white border because of the paper I printed that on. Let's put the Let It Snow on the cocoa. Where? Put it down here. Okay, there's that one. Cute. And we'll do one more, and then I promise I'll let you go. Well, you can always turn this off anyway, you know that. Okay, this one says Glad Tidings. All right, who gets Glad Tidings? Oh, you know what? The little bird probably does. Does the bird or the squirrel? I think I'm going to, well, or the lantern. That doesn't really have room unless I went sideways. Let me give it to the squirrel. I was going to give it to the bird, but he really doesn't have room down here. It sticks off. But if I put it here, try to get that kind of straight, Helen. Okay. We've got the little Glad Tidings. There's that one. Okay, so that's that one. And then, of course, we had the little bird and the pretty lantern with the blingy ribbon. And then our little Santa, our little woodland Santa there. So that's it, guys. So you need to make some clusters and get those ready so that, like I said, you know, you can stick them off the side of the page. You can use them as a tab, as a topper. You can even use the bigger ones, like this one right here would make a great tuck spot, you know. So they don't just have to be a decoration. However, if you just have that playbill and it's kind of boring and you just staple one of these on, you've got your day done. So clusters are always fun to do. It's been a while since I've done them. I might make some more just to have on hand. If I use them, I don't. And if not, then I'll put them on gift tags, like I said, for my family to give their presents. It's a great way to use up your scraps too. So guys, I hope you liked this video. I hope it inspired you to make some clusters. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I ask that you do. And until the next video, I hope you all are truly, truly blessed. Bye-bye.